So in the last session, we have seen how to design a fundamental mode asynchronous sequential circuit. Now in this class, we are going to see about shift registers. Before moving on to the shift registers, certain components forms the basics for designing your digital systems. They are shift registers, counters and your memory. Okay, so this shift registers is nothing but a group of flip-flops. When you say it is a flip-flop, flip-flop is a memory element which can store the data, a single bit of information. Either it can store a 0 or 1. So whenever I am going to group the flip-flops in a designed fashion, then it can be used for storing the binary bit either serially or parallelly depending upon the application required. Then moving on to the counters, counter is a device which is used to provide the clocking signal sequence. And when you are going to move on to the memory, it is used for designing the programs. Thus, these three entities are going to form the basis for the design of digital systems. Now, we will see about the shift register. As I told you, shift register is nothing but the group of flip-flops which is used for storing the binary numbers. In this shift registers, we have four types. They are serial in, serial out. That is, the data are going to be entered serially one by one and it is going to be outputted also serially. In this case, it is short form, it is called as SISO. And the pin which we are going to use is also been written here. 54 bar LS S90 74 LS91 which is going to be the 8-bit pin. Next, when you are going in for the next type is serial in, parallel out. That is, I am going to give the data serially but I am going to take out the data parallelly. The next one is parallel in, serial out. That is PISO model. I am going to give all the data parallelly but whenever I am going to take the output, I am going to take one by one. So, depending upon the application what we require. Next is parallel in, parallel out. I am going to give the data parallelly, take the output also parallelly. So, now we will see the first case, that is serial in and serial out shift register, how it is going to work out. For this, I have considered the D flip-flop. I have taken a 4-bit number. We will see how to store the data and how to, that is, all the data are going to be stored serially and they are going to be outputted serially. So, for this I have taken the D flip-flop, 4 flip-flops, F0, 0, 1, 2, 3. So, D input and output has been marked, just draw 4 flip-flops. The next case is the output of the first one is becoming the input of the first one, because in D flip-flop what is the principle? Whatever is the input follows the output. Next, you give a clock signal to all. So, your input is going to be a serial input and your output is going to be a serial output. Now, we will see how we are going to give the clock pulse and analyze its performance. Okay, just I am taking the data 1010. This is the data that is to be shifted in the register. Okay, you are going to give it and check how the output comes out. Okay, now all the data is Q0, Q1, Q2, Q3, I have written it here. Initially, before starting the experiment, the data which is going to be stored in the your register or your flip-flop is going to be 0000. Now, I am going to apply the first clock pulse. When I apply the first clock pulse, what happens? This is the data which has to be entered. Okay, when I am giving the first clock pulse, this data will be entered. So, only I put it in red. All other things are the data which is remaining here. So, at this place, I will have 0, all the other, that is, this is going to be the first data, this data entered. When I give the next clock pulse, what will happen? The next data will peep in. This 0 will be transferred here and this 1 will come here. It will become 1 here, 0 here. Okay. Why the data is directed generally? Because you are using a D flip-flop where the output and the input follows your output. So, in the second clock pulse, when I given, the second data has been entered inside. So, it will become first this value, that is 10, the other two value will remain as it is. When I give the next clock pulse, what happened? The third data also will be added here. Okay, it will be entered. Now, what will be the value? 0, 1, 0, 0. Okay, now 3 data has been entered. One after the other it is entered, so it is entered serially. Now the next case, 1010, the 4 bit. After the 4th clock pulse when I apply, all the datas are entered one by one. So 1010. So now what is the inference? After the 4th clock pulse is over, the data is stored in the register serially. So after 4 clock pulse I am applying, the datas are entered in all the flip-flops. So this is having 1010. The data is stored sequentially or serially, the data is stored. Now what is the next thing? I have entered the data serial in, but I have to output the data serial out. Now what is the data which is existing at the 4th clock pulse? It is nothing but it is 1010. So this data is there, which means at the 4th clock pulse itself the first data is shifted out. Now I am going to apply the 5th clock pulse. What will happen? The bit is going to move one after the other. So now what happens when you are going to give the next clock pulse? This 10, already this 0 has been peeped out. So this 101 will be shifted here. The next case, when I am applying the 6th clock pulse, what will happen? So this data has come out. Now again when I give the clock pulse, this will move one stage after the other stage. So you will have 0010. In the next stage, what will happen? Next clock pulse when I am going to apply, so 0010 is there. So this 1 will be shifted here, all other places will remain 0. Now if you could see all these 4 conditions, 0101, 0101, the data has been shifted out serially. After 7th clock pulse, if you see, the data has been shifted out serially. So 4 clock pulses needed for entering the data serially, and 3 more clock pulses required to output the data serially. If I am going to give the next clock pulse, because the data has been sent out. Now if I am going to give the next clock pulse, it will reset. It will come to the 0 position as of your initial position. Thus if you could see, just the data are shifted one by one for every clock pulse. For 4 clock pulse the data are getting entered, and after that 3 clock pulse more is required to pull out the data. Here the data are entered serially and they are sent out also serially. So it is called as a SISO register, that is your serial in serial out register. Thank you. In the next class, we will be seeing about the serial in parallel out shift register. Thank you.